Oh, let's just interrupt the guys. What you doing, y'all? This is 1100 WSG. I'm U-Turn LaVern. This is one street over, and this is Ace Timmermeier. She's back in.
Good morning.
You're so good to me. I called her yesterday because the original plan had been to kind of keep this half hour open because we've got the February Court graduation today, and I was going to do the big invite for that at noon. Come see us at the center. We've got Decision Sources and Options, the big fundraiser dinner in Hendersonville tonight. I'm hosting the table. If you need a chair, I got a few open seats. We got the Bluegrass Festival this weekend on the square, and it's free, and it's just launching us into everything for the summer. I'm so excited. Farmers market's for far too long. And then I thought, you know what? I had to ramble by myself on Tuesday because we had a confusion on our guest didn't make it in. And so I thought, we don't need to do that again
if they're in your neighborhood already or when they're going to be in your neighborhood.
You can also just call and ask the question. 1-800-987-2362.
There you go. And we can surprise Brian. Since he keeps running y'all off.
He's going to be so excited. I'm just sure.
And you're having some financial
we keep teasing him. It's so funny.
Internet is now a utility. There is an affordable connectivity program providing qualifying households with monthly
that's
credit
his morning routine. And I said, and I told him last night,
you could receive a credit of up to $30 per month toward broadband services, and they have packages starting at, you guessed it,
he ran off another one.
Oh my gosh.
And Mark said it about the same time I did. We were just teasing.
Yeah. Cumberland Connect.
Yeah, he just
CumberlandConnect.org.
He's a very loyal employee. That's what I'll say about Brian Pulley. He's an amazing person. A good human. So, no doubt
about it. He is wonderful, but we're just teasing him.
And just that thing.
Maybe he may tune in a few minutes before he gets in here, but he may walk in just
and I'm so excited about having her come in and just help me brighten things up.
He's probably already got it pulled up, trying to make sure who's coming in before him.
Package for me. She's just
wondering, but Ace Timmermeier is here, and she
can fix you a do-it-yourself
Tourism in Main Street for the city of
Springfield and places to
go
to find the things, and she can do
and I wasn't sure of your title, so I was like, I meant to pull it up
take
before I
it from
sat down
start
here
to
this
finish
morning.
and make the space new for you without you having to touch a thing.
I can remember,
she can use the things that you have already in stock, and if you're trying to stretch your budget, and I love her advice that she gives on social media and different things. I love this one. She says, don't blow your whole budget.
Who needs to do it?
Check out
no, truly. I mean, and I was excited for my city.
She's going to help you
use
the budget you've got,
because I know how much you love the city, and I know how dedicated you are,
all types of spaces, business spaces too.
Check her out. Katie did a designs.
Katie
I don't hear that from anybody.
I don't. And tell her U-Turn sent you. I am a big fan of Mr. Perry's music,
and
so I was excited Myers at MrPerrySpringfield.com. If you think you want to check out something that has anything to do with instruments, vocal lessons, maybe you need some new gear, whatever it is you're looking for. If you've got kiddos and you want to give them love of instruments and music, have you thought about letting them be in a band? That would be a game changer for anybody trying to learn music.
Oh yeah, Alex. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what they do with Mr. Perry's
he even
music.
gets
Now you don't
credit
have to do that. You can have individual lessons like I
as
take.
Other cast.
You can
he doesn't
also
have any lines, but he showed up to be an extra. And he ended up saying, "Okay, you're going to be in the background, but you're the grandson."
Free guys, MrPerrySpringfield.com.
He feels like he's in one good scene.
Fill out
he
the
doesn't
enrollment
really know
form
because he doesn't know what
give
got
him your
there. But he was
and let him know what you're interested in doing and what your time frame might be when you
no lines, but he's there.
They're off this week, just like me for spring break.
But
reach out to them today.
There's a premiere today
MrPerrySpringfield.com, and they'll be back with you soon.
And
when you talk to them,
they invited him to this rodeo to sign posters. Isn't that the coolest? I'm so proud of him.
That's great.
He's kind of shy about it, but yeah, it's pretty cute.
Fantastic.
That's right. It was partially done here, and of course, Hollywood is going. Terry is in the movie The Life of Me, and everybody's kind of like, is that coming out? Yeah. Because Alex is staying, he plugged into that as well because he's an extra in that as well.
WSGI
so
just making his way on the scene.
God's Informer.
But it's so weird, and we'll get on to other stuff. But I just got to brag on this young man. But he understands I've talked really frankly with the kiddos about the industry because it's a difficult one to make a living in. He's going to be an EMT.
Oh, really?
He's going to enjoy his hobbies and things. Yeah. So he's going to. So I mean, it's like you got to make a living. But you do all the fun stuff. And you never know. Maybe you will get cast in a movie
help
or
in the real estate business.
Then you have to quit your day job for your fun job.
There you go. And that's always a good thing.
Realty.
I've gotten to work the fun jobs. And I'm getting to do that now as a
Barry
teacher.
and Rebecca Richards, Exit Prime Realty.
Having so much
Barry is our broker,
and so is my husband. We just live in the dream right now. Once we get done with our education stuff.
White House, she's one of the
we're
agents
doing
at
our
White House, and they took those two offices and combined them.
It's good. It's helpful, but
Exit Prime Realty. Again, new name, same great team.
So talk to me about your gig. What are you doing?
Yeah, so what's
if you're
just
looking
big
in Robertson
exciting
County,
thing
they
you got
specialize in
Well,
Robertson
big
County
exciting thing
properties
next
because they're
week.
cross-plain
Next
in.
Friday,
They've
we'll
been
kick
for
off our
28
first
plus
Friday's
years, but they
event.
also
So Friday,
buy
May
from the
3rd.
surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky.
We'll kick off our
Barry is an
first Friday's
expert
event,
marketer.
making its
Rebecca,
return
one of the
in
first in the area
May.
to be a senior real estate
Do all
specialist.
your
They can help you no
hand
matter
claps,
what
all
you need.
your
If you're looking
no
at
rain
whether you
dance,
Google
whatever it is.
Barry
We've had some
Richards,
struggles
Exit
with
Prime
May
Realty,
weather,
Rebecca
but
Richards, Exit
so
Prime
far
Realty.
so
Or if you
good.
like, you can just
We'll
give
kick
her a
off the
call.
season with the Dog Soldiers, which is a local
615-504-7425,
band,
615-504-7425.
four-piece band. They did a sound check on Sunday. Excuse me, and it sounded
season here in Middle Tennessee,
amazing.
specifically here in
So I'm
Robertson County,
super
and we have got
excited.
a
You'll
family-friendly,
recognize some of the
wonderful
faces up
racetrack.
on
If
the
you're
stage,
new
so
to the
I
county
won't
and you're not
spoil the
aware of what we
surprise.
have going on at
But they
Veterans
have not
Motor
played with
Place,
us
you need to
before.
put it
This
on
is
your
a new
calendar.
band that
It's
we're
racing
welcoming
season
in, and
officially
just
March
excited
to
to have
October.
them with us.
Sometime they extend over into
One thing that
November,
I'm really
but
excited
right now
about
they're
this
making
year,
some
so
cracking
we haven't
improvements. So Jerry
told
wanted to go
anybody
ahead
this
and get
actually,
back
so
on the
just
air
the
with
event
us
management
and
knows
say,
this, but
save the date. We're
we
thinking
are
the first
bringing
official
bringing
race
back
will be
the
first
Mission
or second
Balloon,
week
so
in
he's going to be
April.
doing
They're still gonna have
free
that
balloon
family
animals
pack
for
of
all of
tickets
our
for $40.
anybody.
You
I
can
was going to
take
say
up
for all
to
of our
6
kids,
kids,
but
2
hey, if
adults
you
in.
want a balloon sword, or if you want like a crown, I'm sure he could do it for you. Even you adults out there. So he'll be back, and then also we've got our vendors that are lined up, and some amazing makers, crafters, farmers, artists, boutiques. Just excited to fill the square once more. And then here's the exciting part. So our friend Sean Elmore, she reached out and said, you know, Open Door has this really nice bus. And she goes, you know, one thing that you could probably improve is the opportunity for families that, you know, mothers who are breastfeeding, those with a small child that need to have a space to, check out for a minute or change a diaper. So we've got a family resource that's going to be parked up on 6th Avenue, right there by the courthouse. That's a nice space that you can go in. There's air conditioning. There's a restroom in there for our friends who may need it. Of course, we have restrooms throughout the facility, but I'm super grateful for Sean and her team for being willing. Well, number one, seeing the need, and then being willing to step up, and they're going to be with us for every market. So we're really excited to bring a family resource to the event. Again, that's something we know that we were lacking. So she's coming in and coming in clutch is what I'll say. So we're super excited about that. Again, we'll kick off the event next Friday, May the 3rd. The event starts at 6 p.m. And runs until 9. Now, our band may get a little excited and might play a little past 9, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But anyways, we're really excited to bring it back. I did want to make sure and mention that for our friends in the area, so we do close the streets at 4 p.m., so traffic is stopped. So we want to make sure that you know that we're preparing for the event, and to please take note of those road closed signs. We close the street, Main Street at 5th Avenue, Main Street at 8th Avenue, and then all of West Court Square and 6th Avenue. So depends on how you're looking at the map. It could be a B, it could be a P. Could be a Q, but just that square in the portion of Main Street. So please do be sure to keep everyone safe as we're setting up the event.
And that's at 4 p.m. on Friday night markets.
That we close the streets, yes.
Yes, and if any of you guys are hearing, we've got something weird with this board, and for some reason the sound wants to keep playing. So for about 10 minutes we had some background sound. We fixed it. Thank you guys for giving me the heads up on it.
Always looking out.
Yeah, they're always looking out for me. I appreciate it. And but and as you can see from the studio, they're working constantly to improve everything in here, and they're going to eventually get that fixed. We don't know what's going on with it, but thank y'all for letting me know about that this morning. We're talking with Ace Timmermeier. If you missed the introduction, and she is the tourism and Main Street.
And I'll share a little bit about what Main Street is, because that's something very relatively new.
Yeah, because when you said that, because I knew you were tourism for Springfield. But I didn't know about the Main Street thing. So what is that all about?
So that's really an exciting opportunity for our city. So Main Street program actually kicked off. We had our first meetings in April of 2023. It was interest meetings to talk to local business owners, property owners, residents, anyone that has an interest in the downtown and in growing the downtown. So Main Street is actually a national program. What it does is it provides funding and resources and support to downtowns of age. So our historic downtown square, we do have a defined footprint for what we consider part of the Main Street program or that downtown area. That downtown has been around since the 1800s, a lot of those buildings. So we do have a portion of the square or the downtown area that has been on the National Register of Historic Places starting in 1979. So the buildings, that way back when someone had a vision for this, and then they did a revision to it in 1993, and we're actively looking at that again. But we're excited. We actually passed a resolution in January of 2024 to officially adopt the Main Street program. When I say we, it's the Board of Mayor and Aldermen, not me.
Right.
I apologize. I should have rephrased that. But that's exciting. So it's an official committee that we're meeting. We meet. It's business owners, property owners, developers, residents. It's an amazing grouping of people who have a true passion for downtown. And I'll kind of circle back to why that's important. So Main Street America, and you guys can Google that if you'd like, but Main Street America is again a national program that looks at how important downtowns are to the community. If the heart's doing well, the veins will push out and create healthy communities surrounding the downtown. So that's part of what we can understand is that it's not the only place we focus our efforts, but it is an area that we understand people are attracted to. And when we have these retail partners that are coming to our downtown area, we want to make sure that we're driving business to them, driving the foot traffic, ensuring that we're supporting that area because it's a fun space to gather, as we recognize and realize with our First Fridays events. And so we want to see more of that. We want to see more opportunity on our square. And it's an exciting time. Again, there's some grant funds that are out there once we become an officially designated community. So Main Street America provides a designation. Been working pretty closely with the state. So Tennessee has our Tennessee Main Street manager that helps us work through the grant funding process, work through and ensure that as we develop the program, it makes sense and it's going to be effective and efficient in ensuring that the downtown is maintained and is a vibrant space because that's what's we can understand creates a healthy community. So it's exciting. The First Fridays event they do now fall under the Main Street program, so that's really exciting. That's a funding source for us, but we've got some exciting projects coming up too. We've got Jill Alley that, that was part of our First Fridays events prior to transitioning to the city, but there's an upgrade that's coming very soon. So we actually worked with Maker Table Metal. Sorry, I couldn't get that word out.
Oh my gosh, they're so talented.
Adam Hefner and his team actually designed, and they're fabricating and should be installing hopefully next week the upgrades to Jill Alley, which will make it a more intentional gathering space. So we're really excited about the opportunity. That's got some history there. So can't wait to unveil that.
Okay. Anything they touch is so cool. I love everything about them. I'd love to get them back in here, but they're so busy. I can't hardly get, but that's a cool thing that they do. And we've just got so many neat things. I saw there's a new restaurant on the square.
Coming, yes.
Not open yet.
Not open yet.
I thought they were open.
No, not open yet, but coming. So we're really excited about that. Some, we have food options on the square that helps to keep people downtown a little longer and hopefully shopping with some of those businesses. So we're excited to have them open soon.
Very good. Now, I'll tell you, the one of the biggest things, though, I think we need to talk about is the festival that's coming up.
Yes.
So can you kind of unpack that for us? And I'm not going to call the name of it because I say it wrong every time, but I think I know. But go ahead and tell us.
That's okay. So this is Tri-State Bluegrass Jamboree. So it's actually being hosted by the Robertson County History Museum. So I've just worked, Janet has asked me a few questions because there are vendors associated with the event. So they have really taken this event and and done a great job of recruiting some incredible performers. It will be an excellent opportunity to gather on the square this Saturday. They have free event. Yes, exactly. It's a free event. The History Museum will be open. They do have vendors. They have a cruise-in opportunity on Main Street. It's going to be so exciting to see those classic and specialty vehicles and lined up down Main Street. And then, of course, we'll have the amazing talents of we have they have local talent that they've recruited, and they also have some larger talent from the surrounding area that's coming to downtown. It's going to be an exciting time. So come on out, even if you don't like bluegrass. Guarantee that you'll be ready to enjoy it.
There's the list of, and honestly, the festival I was talking about, it was the Fire Cured, because that's the one I was talking about.
I'm so sorry.
This is fine because this is this weekend.
Yes,
we've been kind of I call it everything but the right name, but Fire Cured Festival.
Fire Cured Festival.
Did I get it right?
Yes, you did.
Pretty sure I got it right, and I
so
thought I had it in my head.
I thought we were talking about what was happening Saturday.
Well, we're talking about all that too. Since I got you,
Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival is another huge one.
That's coming up the 17th and 18th, and I'll be hosting that. And but yes, this festival this weekend, and we're just going to chase rabbits all over the place. But
sorry, I wasn't picking up.
No, you're fine because I didn't set it up well. But was this the Kilgore Festival?
Yeah, that's okay. Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival, no problem.
I was thinking this was the one for Saturday, but it is not. The one this Saturday, I had a poster in here for
April
Saturday.
27th, starts at 10 a.m., runs until 4 p.m. And I have a fun story to tell. Not a lot of people know this, but for my birthday this year, I bought myself a banjo, and I started taking lessons at Springfield Guitar. I've challenged myself between now and my 40th birthday, which is next year, that I want to learn how to play the banjo. And so my banjo teacher, Gary Adams, and the Todd County Boys are going to be up there playing, so I can't wait to go see my banjo teacher. He's phenomenal. There's just some incredible talent at Springfield Guitar. What a wonderful opportunity, so I'm really excited. So y'all know that little fun tidbit now that I'm learning to play the banjo. It is like Greek. I don't understand. I play piano, and so there are some of my fellow students that argue that is a stringed instrument, and I fully and wholeheartedly disagree because it doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm learning, and I'm super excited to see Gary and his band up on the stage, and of course. The Tri-State Ramblers, that's exciting. That's Danita Brown. That's her daughters, Reagan and Amelia
Brown, and then these two kiddos here, the Goebel kids. I think the last name's Goebel, but
they're like amazingly talented. So, which can actually dovetail me. I don't know if you have to stop for a commercial.
No,
but
you're fine. We'll make it up. We're good.
It can actually dovetail me into the Fire Cured Festival because Fire Cured Festival will be pushing out some exciting news this week. But we actually have an international partner that has come alongside us to help us present the event. It's Toscano and also Avanti. And so we're super excited for them. They have deep connections to the agricultural community here, so it's exciting to bring them alongside of us. But one of our musical performers is actually the Tri-State Ramblers,
for the Fire Cured
Festival. And then Reagan and Amelia will be playing for us on Friday night. We're doing a VIP only event on that Friday, August the 23rd. So it's really exciting. We're looking forward to kicking off an amazing festival that celebrates all things Fire Cured. And this is Fire Cured meats, Fire Cured beverages. This is fire art. This is fire safety. There is so much. Of course, dark fire tobacco. That's part of our heritage and our history. And it's an exciting opportunity to. As I was talking to the sponsor that we brought on, we don't want to focus on one thing. We want to be able to create the opportunity for people to come and enjoy, no matter what your like or interest is, and to possibly be exposed to something new, and have either a better understanding or a true respect for how farming has evolved and adapted and diversified, if you will, how families have supported themselves and how our community got started. So it's really exciting to be able to celebrate our past, our present, and then our future as well. We'll be focusing a bit on that. So super excited. That's at J. Travis Price Park, again, on August 23rd and 24th. The August 23rd event will be, again, a VIP only event. So we're bringing in a great speaker that's going to come and talk to us. That's our international partner that's going to come alongside and help to recruit that speaker, do some educational sessions, and we're super excited about the offering. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Well, and it's this kind of thing is we're talking about the beauty and the uniqueness of our county and our city. That's what the kind of thing that brings them in.
Absolutely.
That's the kind of thing that gets them here. And again, the Bluegrass Festival that we're having this weekend is the same kind of thing. People start understanding that this is the place to go for those kinds of things. And they're like, hey, what's Robertson County doing this weekend?
Yeah.
What's happening? What's happening with Springfield this weekend? And a lot of us have on our radar Franklin. Well, Franklin ain't got nothing on us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Franklin ain't got nothing on us.
We are growing. We're growing. Yeah. We're shifting. We're better understanding what our neighbors, and when I say neighbors, I don't mean literally the person that lives next to you, are in surrounding communities. They're looking at Springfield, they're looking at Robertson County, and they're saying, you guys have something amazing that they want to be a part of. And so we're excited that the broader community is realizing what a gem we have. We want them to come here and spend their dollar here, support our local businesses, and then make their way back to their community, or potentially find a great place to stay here.
There you go. For sure. We're talking with Ace Timmermeier, and she is all things tourism and Main Street here in Springfield, and just an absolute perfect fit for her and very exciting for our community as well. We're going to pause and do a break. We are anticipating Brian coming in going, Ace is here. But
anyway. She's not staying, right?
As long as you want. But we need to talk about one of our sponsors, and it's one I'm sure you know about. Katie Did It Designs, Katie Myers. Are you familiar with Katie Myers?
I know Katie very well.
Yeah, yes. She's a doll.
She's a wonderful person.
She is doing so many fun things, and I just love her logo. I don't know. Her logo is just so good. I don't know who did it, but man, it's just good.
Katie did it.
Katie did it. Probably because she does everything. Well, and all things home. And she's been, winning awards. And I was she said something about how that she is a winner of a 22-23 Best Interior Designer. And I can't get the rest of it to come up. But she's done some amazing things. And we got to get her in here. I actually spoke with her and Perry this week. And they're just so dabbling busy with the end of school. Because you figure with the music, Mr. Perry's music runs on the school semester. So they're finishing up with what they've been doing with all the band, classes and the things that they do on Monday night, and they're getting ready for camp. So they're just kind of in that, like all of us, and we're teaching. We're just slammed right now. So they're going to maybe try to get them in here next week to just give us an update. But if you're wanting just a fresh look for your home, she's it. She can come in, she can customize a package. Maybe you want to just have somebody to come and help you with color and just some design layout. That's what we're getting ready to do. And we've been talking about the different things. And I want to use the things I've got. And I still want lots of color, but I know I'm way out of date. Tiffany Thompson came in, she goes, your house was in style about 20 years ago. Yeah. She was me. I asked her, and she was absolutely right. And it's the truth.
Spoke her truth.
Yeah. And it needs some help. So we're doing some things, and we're taking out a bathroom and all this kind of stuff. So she's going to help me kind of just reimagine it. But then we want to do it ourselves. So we can source all that, but maybe you don't know even where to go. Well, then she can put you together a complete do-it-yourself package with all the links and the directions. So whatever your budget, she can customize it to fit what you need. And she can also say, get out of here, and then do all the contracting and all that too, and do it all. So anything you need, she is the person you need to call. All things home. Katie Did It Designs. Find them on social media. Katie with a Y, Did It Designs with an S. KatieDidItDesigns.com is another place you can reach out to them. But you can message her and get on her list of people to come and talk to. She'll give you a free estimate, but you're going to love working with her. She's just a bundle of energy and joy, and just, just brings so much light into your space just by walking in the room. Katie Did It Designs. Katie Did It Designs. When you contact them, please let them know that you turned Cincha. Talking with my friend, Ace Timmermeier. What else is going on? So now, does the city put on the fireworks?
Yeah, city puts on the fireworks. So it's the Freedom Fest. Freedom Fest. That is a city event. Hey, Brian. Yeah, that's a city event. Brian. Freedom Fest happening on Wednesday, July the 3rd, so the day before July 4th. It'll be a great event. It is a free event. Even the carnival. Someone had asked the question: is the carnival free? Yes, the carnival is free. It's a totally free event, and we're just excited to have such a wonderful city team to help pull that off. And it's great. Hey, it feels like old times, buddy.
I'm just looking at his face.
Good morning.
Did you tune in before you walked in, or were you completely surprised when you walked in?
I saw the truck, so I knew.
I gotta get a different car.
And I also could hear her from the parking lot. So
you miss me. I know you do.
I do. Yeah. You know I
do. Oh no! But we thought that'd be a fun surprise.
Yes. She's in here promoting all the stuff. I hear free carnivals and all the fun stuff that they put together. Yeah.
There is all kinds of fun stuff. So Freedom Fest, Wednesday, July 3rd, and it's going to be a great time. Again, free festival that will kick off. We've got the vendors, we've got the carnival, food trucks. We'll have live music, and then we'll top it all off like a cherry on top with the fireworks. So it's super exciting, and that's an amazing fireworks show that's put on, and just an incredible opportunity right here in Springfield, Tennessee.
On the 3rd, isn't it?
July 3rd, Wednesday, July 3rd.
Yeah. So everybody can do your family thing on the 4th.
That's
and
right.
I like that because, I mean, we have...
Everybody's off on the 4th. Most everybody's off anyway. So
you enjoy the fireworks.
Yeah. It's going to be a late night, and then stay home and hang out by the pool and grill out and all that fun stuff.
You sold me. I'm sold.
Are you coming? I'm so happy.
It's Ava's birthday, so we do whatever she wants to do. She wants to do that,
I'll
then
talk
we'll be
to
there.
Ava.
You need
I'll
to talk
talk
to
to Ava.
I have no control over that. So.
You're so funny.
Yeah.
You're so funny. Just like old times. Do y'all bump into each other around town?
Oh, I see her some. Yep. Mostly she's whizzing down the road, and she'll holler at me from a distance when I'm out.
I brought you some grocery sacks that a friend of mine still collects.
Nice.
To this
there we
day.
go. Well, they still come get them, so appreciate it.
Great.
Yeah. But I see her around, not as much as we used to, but we see her around. She's busy.
Ace and Brian worked together at United Way before Tiffany came on, and of course Brian's ran off too.
Love to say that. 0 for 2.
You know what I said earlier when she said that? I said Brian is an incredibly loyal employee. What a wonderful employee he is.
I stay in it.
I threw myself under the bus on that one, apparently.
There you go. But,
both times though, it was like this is a great opportunity for her, and for
them,
Tiffany, it was a perfect opportunity for her. So and I'm basically unhireable outside the United Way.
Oh my goodness! No, you're just good at what you do.
Yes, exactly.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
Okay.
But we do appreciate you guys, and we just wanted to talk about a lot of the local events. I asked her to come in this morning.
She's the person to talk to.
And
I still text her when I need call her my Springfield Google. I said, "Do you know somebody that can do X?" And then that's who I text.
I usually have an answer.
You hooked me up last time. I was looking for a good accountant, and she's like, "Yeah, I got somebody that worked out beautifully." So I know Ace has got it. So
Springfield Google, I love it. I have one more thing.
Yes,
I know Brian is going to have to talk. And I'll
take your time. I'll drink coffee. Go ahead.
Oh, jeez. No, I have one more thing. So National Travel and Tourism Week is coming up. U.S. Travel has been doing that since 1983, I believe is the date. So long time, about as old as I am. But it's a great opportunity to celebrate the tourism partners that we have in our community. So this year, our Springfield Tourism is partnering with the Hampton Inn and the Holiday Inn Express to host open houses. We have also invited local businesses to join us for that. So it will be like a pop-up for these local businesses, an opportunity to come in. And part of the reason why I really wanted to make sure that I, worked with our hotel partners to open the doors is that we've had some sales. So we've had some ownership transition. We've had some new general managers that have come in, and it's really important in a community like ours. It's important to know each other. We feel comfortable when we know each other, and we know how we can, ask each other for things like, how do I, and can we, and, how do we use your meeting space? Can we rent it? What's a room rate like? Why should I come and stay at your hotel? And these general managers and assistant general managers and the owners that are working there now are committed to creating and inviting space. And we really want to give the opportunity to say, come in, meet them, come see a room, come see the meeting space, and also come see these local businesses that are part of the incredible support system. When we're inviting people in, if there's not a place to eat or shop, we don't have a whole lot to sell them on. So we want to make sure that we're supporting those local businesses, and that also includes our hotels that are here in our community. And so, anyways, I invite you out. That's on National Travel and Tourism Week is May 19th through the 25th this year, a little later than it typically is. But we will be opening the doors and saying, come on in and come see these businesses and see the properties at the Hampton Inn on Thursday, May 23rd from 3 to 5 p.m. and then at the Holiday Inn Express on Friday, May 24th from 3 to 5 p.m. as well. Chose a time that we felt like either if you're coming for work or if you're coming for your personal, you could come at any time and come see them. So we will have light refreshments available, and encourage you to come out and, again, take a tour of the property, meet the general manager, meet the owner. We are excited to welcome you in.
So. I love it. So many fun things going.
There will be free food.
I said light refreshments, Brian.
What does that mean? No, you have to.
Do I have to?
I was going to email back to you. I got the email, and I was going to email back because I wanted to know about the food situation. Is it going to take place for a meal for me? Can I come by and supplement a meal?
It will be an excellent opportunity to complement the experience that you're going to have visiting with these local businesses and with these amazing hotel partners. So the hotel partners have some wonderful offerings that they have at their facilities. So I'll just give you that little bit.
I'm trying to lay it up for you to sell it a little bit.
So. I am selling it right there, like refreshments.
Just like on time.
Good stuff.
I was just laying it right there.
So funny.
I sent out the all call. That's for everybody. So I want everyone to come and meet them. This comes down to our industry partners too. So a lot of people think that if you need a meeting space, hotels offer incredible meeting spaces.
They really do.
And a lot of our industry has either a national or an international connection in our community. So leaning on those hotel partners and having a great relationship for those human resource managers or whomever is setting up the lodging accommodations for people coming in, you want to make sure that the facility's nice and you trust who you're working with. So come in and meet them. Please do. So I encourage you to come out and support that if you're able to. And I'll do the pitch one more time for the date. It's on Thursday, May 23rd at the Hampton Inn. That's right. A lot of people use O'Charlie's as the landmark. So O'Charlie's right there on Tom Austin. It's directly behind it. And then on Friday, May 24th, we'll be at the Holiday Inn Express. Both events are happening from 3 to 5 p.m. So
3 to 5 p.m.
Come see us.
Holiday Inn, Hampton Inn.
And I'm going to see you there and you.
Yes.
Maybe.
All right.
After school.
After school, we'll be out of
As
school.
long as there's food. Yeah, I will be there.
Right.
So we get after school because that's the last day. Because we're wrapping up. That's like we've got makeup testing on the 23rd. Kids come and get their report cards on the 24th, and we're like
out of here.
Summer.
Throw the papers in the air.
Love it.
It's great.
Yes.
So it's all
the
good
Hampton
stuff.
Inn has a pool too. Just throwing that out there.
I'm saying.
The Holiday Inn has an indoor pool, so you can go to them anytime. And then the Hampton Inn has a fabulous pool during the summertime.
Love that.
There.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
I love it.
You need the kids to get their yayas out sometime during the summer.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
A little staycation.
Yeah. Staycation. Get away.
There's a lot to be
I'm
said
not bringing
for
my kids
staycations.
if I'm doing that though. I need a night
Going
away.
to grandma's.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it. You're done with that. That's funny.
Well, this has been fun. Thank you very much for having me.
And anytime. And I'm going to call you again probably next month because, again, so much going on. Again, let's just kind of recap. First Friday night markets start next Friday.
Well, this Saturday.
Though.
We've got the Tri-State Bluegrass Music Jamboree.
I pulled it up. Go ahead and tell us who's going to be there.
Yes, we've got the Ridgetop Ramblers. We've got Kings Highway, Dry Creek, Todd County Boys, which that's my banjo teacher. He plays in Todd County Boys. And then our Tri-State Ramblers, which we had talked about. They'll, I think some of the same acts. We've got more that are coming to the Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival. I believe that's in May. Some of the same folks. But that event is happening this Saturday, April the 27th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on the square in downtown. Come out, check it out. It is a free event. It's going to be great. We've got a cruise in. Yeah, we've got a cruise in. The museum will be open. Food trucks, vendors. Encourage you to come out. The History Museum is hosting that. We're excited anytime there's an event on the square. So it definitely invites you out to that. And then next Friday is the First Friday's event. Kicks off May 3rd. Again, Friday, May 3rd, 6 to 9 p.m. We'll be closing the streets at 4 p.m. So I do want to push out that safety notice. So I don't be trying to pull up Main Street from 5th Avenue or 8th. Please keep everybody safe. And then we will have our Freedom Fest on Wednesday, July the 3rd. We've got a free carnival, live music, vendors. It's an amazing time on the square. Or, that's not on the square. It's at the fairgrounds. So sorry. So stuck to the fair. Sugar. Brian?
Used to be better at this.
You're doing good.
You got a little rusty, but you used to be able to just rattle. I was going to compliment you, but now I'm going to have to withhold.
It's okay.
July 3rd at the fairgrounds.
At the fairgrounds.
And then around the corner from that on the 24th of August. Or the 23rd and 24th.
Is our Fire Cured Festival. So we've got that VIP only event happening on Friday, August the 23rd. And then on Saturday, August the 24th, we'll have an event for absolutely everyone. We do encourage you to come out.
Very excited about that. You told me about that early, and that's going to be very cool.
It's going to be an amazing time.
Yes, it will. And then you can, after you get done with the Fire Cured Festival, you can come over to the Recovery Fest. It's going to be at the fairgrounds.
Look at her. She's doing it all. Hey, and I'd be remiss. I would not be doing my Kiwanis duties if I did not invite you out.
Go.
Saturday, May the 4th. Everything under the sun is happening Saturday, May the 4th. If you're bored May the 4th, it's on you.
Just ain't paying attention.
But please come out, have pancakes. It is also the farmers market will be going on at the same time. And Connecting Robertson County, the Family Resource Center, is unveiling their brand new permanent storybook trail at J. Travis Price Park. Saturday, May the 4th, that morning, just come out, come get your veggies for the week. Come eat pancakes for a great cause, and make sure you walk over and see the storybook trail that morning. And then there's a lot more going on that night, but I've already talked enough. So
help me with that, because that was going to be one of mine, because Ashley sent me the note on that.
Yeah.
And we've got something we can't do that day, but the storybook. What do you know anything much about that?
Yeah,
you just sent an initial note, but I know you do this better. So
no, it's great.
I'm gonna put her to work for a minute.
Yeah, I'll put you to work for you. So the permanent storybook trail is an opportunity. They've kind of been I shouldn't say toying, but developing the idea through our book walks. And so last year we partnered with, I think our second or third year to partner with Connecting Robertson County and the Family Resource Center to host a book walk in conjunction with our pancake breakfast. And when I say ours, I mean the Kiwanis Club. And it's a great opportunity to invite more the families that they work with and more people to the event, but also to get the kids excited and engaged in reading. So they print out these big giant pages from a book. Last year was If You Give a Pig a Pancake. Super fun. We had the Spanish club came out and helped us to translate as well. So it was really exciting. And families would check in at the library. This was last year. Checked in at the library. They walked through. They read the story. So then that kind of further developed. And this is all Connecting Robertson County. Ashley Robertson has been really instrumental in creating this opportunity. But they have now installed a permanent storybook trail with pages that can be changed out. So I think it's the Bugliest Bug is being installed, and it will be unveiled again on Saturday, May the 4th. So I think that event starts at 8:30 a.m. And runs until 11:30. So really exciting opportunity there at J. Travis Price Park to give a storybook trail where we've not had one. And again,
I love that. That just gives me a place to bring my grandbabies.
That's right. That's right.
For sure. And just that love of reading. Anything you can do to get kids reading, we need it so much, because the devices discourage it. And so we got to get them reading. So,
and I think the reading robot might make a return.
Fun.
Do you know about Reading Robot?
I do.
Okay, Reading Robot. Oh, Brian Pulley.
Yes.
The Reading Robot is a fun character that literally is dressed up like a robot. And I won't name names about who it is, but it's a wonderful community member that dresses up as the Reading Robot to come and encourage kids to read. And it's really fun. So we'll see.
Fun stuff.
Plenty to do. Plenty to do.
So much going on. Ace, thank you so much.
Thank you
for coming, and just thank you for being part of our little surprise for Brian today.
Absolutely.
And as they say, au revoir, and see each other off. We're going to go ahead and talk about Cumberland Connect. Cumberland Connect, one of our partners here at One Street Over, helping us to bring you the program. And we just want to thank them so much for being one of our longtime sponsors and for helping connect our community in a way where we can get high-speed internet. Finally. So many of us have been struggling along with terrible internet. Brian's one of them. You had terrible internet, and I'm going to bring you on to the commercial here.
Let's do it.
You got it before I did. And so Cumberland Connect.
I did.
And you needed it because your wife works from home.
My wife works for the state,
needed it.
And they tap into their network, which takes a lot of bandwidth to do, and then she's viewing these large documents, and there you go. and things that just, it requires a lot of strain on your internet for her to do. And she does a lot of video conference calls, which, takes up a lot of bandwidth again. And so, and then obviously my job with United Way, we have a lot of video stuff. We have people spread out everywhere. So there's a lot of internal, external meetings that I have maybe going on at the same time, depending on where I'm at that day, where I have to take them at home because I'm traveling in between meetings. And so, and then we've got kids, and they like to stream their shows and everything else, and particularly in the summers or snow days or holidays or whatever, we're still working at times, and they may be home. So it's a lot of strain on your internet, and we were struggling with that because if she was on something, the kids were home, and then I was doing something, it would buffer, and I just wasn't getting a great signal on our Zoom calls, particularly coming out of the pandemic. But with Cumberland Connect, had zero issues. Very smooth. It's, you don't even know, you could put 3 more people in there and it's just like it flies. Consistent, doesn't drop, doesn't go out. It's if you work from home or you have children that use their devices and they're streaming Netflix on your television or whatever, it is absolutely. I think the entire time we've had it, I don't know that we've had one drop. Power goes out, stuff happens, stuff like that. But I'm talking about where you're just on it and it drops and you got to go do the replug and turn the router off and do all that stuff, which I've had other companies, I'm not going to say their names. I used to have to do that a lot. I became somewhat of an IT professional because I would learn how to do that. I haven't touched that box in 6 months. It's been up there because it just runs. So
we had to do an update. And mine was just running a little bit slower than what I was accustomed to. And I called them and they did it. I didn't have to touch anything.
Yep.
And the next thing I know, I'm getting 800, uploads again, 800 speed uploads. And it's insane.
I've checked the speed.
It's
and it flies. And even with us on it, I check it when we're using it too, like on my phone just to see what it is. It's still flying up and down. It's just crazy on it. And so we paid for the fastest one they got because we use it so much for our work purposes. And so it's money well spent every month because it's part of our job. It's very unprofessional if I'm having an external meeting with someone and I'm sitting there freezing on the thing. You know what I mean? We're talking to people, in these for big projects we're doing or whatever. And if I come off that way, it's like it can be very frustrating if you're in a meeting with someone and you got poor quality. Yeah. And so it needs to be good quality because I work very hard to get some of these meetings. And so if you get them some of these people are busy for 30 minutes, you want to have good internet connection. And this one's been great.
Because it'll frustrate if you're trying to do business and they're like, hey, call me when you've got better connectivity. Right. We've all had those conversations with somebody's like, hey, can you get somewhere where you can have a conversation? And you don't have to worry about that with Cumberland Connect. If anything, he said, thank you. That was awesome. Yeah. But that's so many of us need to work from home, and it is a game changer because it is facilitated through our electric company now. And if you are a Cumberland Electric customer, if you have not gotten access yet, you will. And I believe most of Robertson County, I've got to give them a call and just kind of get an update. They don't have everybody up in Sumner and places like that. They've still got some things they need to do, but most of Robertson County, you should be covered now. You just need to give them a call and say, hey, can you come hook me up? 800-987-2362, 800-987-2362. And you may not be aware there's something called an Affordable Connectivity Program. Affordable Connectivity Program, providing qualifying households with up to $30 per month to help provide internet services. If you qualify, you could get $30 toward the services, and they've got packages starting at just $30. They've got great customer service to help you with that. If you've got questions about that, just reach out to them today, or you can go to cumberlandconnect.org, put in your address, and it'll tell you what your situation is as far as your connectivity. And if you're wanting that financial assistance, you can reach out to them and they'll walk you through it. Just absolutely effortless, really, on your part, other than just making a phone call or getting online. You're going to be thrilled with it, guys. And it is very affordable. It is a great deal. I turned off everything else once I hooked up with Cumberland Connect, and you can do the same. You're going to love it. Be sure and let them know that U-Turn and Brian sent you, and thank them for sponsoring One Street Over. Well, what have you got to cover?
I also had to do this while we're talking about them, just because this goes into United Way work. In addition to the great internet service and the affordable internet program and all that they have, they are a wonderful partner of the United Way and have been for a long time, not just in this area, but throughout their footprint in Middle Tennessee, because they're in multiple counties. They're based down in Montgomery, and they have an office here, obviously, as well. And then they're also in a couple other counties. And so They have run a campaign with us since beginning of the time. Cumberland Electric, I'm talking about as far as I can remember. They also work with us on a couple of grant programs that they partner with the TVA on, which just is corporate donations that goes right into our general fund that I've talked about, which lets us then, smart people like Tiffany and Ace that we've had, work with our community to decide the best place to place those funds with our nonprofit partners. And then also little stuff like this. My brother works for them, so I get a little inside scoop on what's going on. They had Coopertown Elementary collected a bunch of cans that they were donating to United Ministries around Thanksgiving. It was a lot, like thousands of cans. And so canned goods, food. Yeah. So how are they going to get those over to United Ministries? Cumberland Electric guys came over in their truck, loaded them up, took them over to United Ministries. So stuff like that. And the public probably had no idea that they're doing stuff like that all the time. I mean, those are guys that are well-paid linemen that they deemed it a priority to take a part of their day, Cumberland Electric I'm talking about, for them to go over and serve their community. So I just want to give them a shout out. They're one of our best partners throughout our community. We've got Susie Yonkers, who's their community impact person that I work with on these projects, has a heart for her communities and is always looking for other opportunities for them to get involved. So just
cool.
a really, really cool company to work with.
Yeah, we really love Cumberland Electric. So thankful that that I'm on their grid, so I get.
I like that. Benefits. I saw that.
Yeah, I'm on their grid.
Yeah,
but good stuff, you guys, and we just appreciate everybody that has anything to do with what we're doing here at One Street Over. And United Way, you guys have really just helped us so much, keeping us plugged into the community. What else have we got going on?
We are kind of this is a planning period a little bit for us for. Fundraising and for the next thing. So we just got done with, in the spring, we have a day of action. It's, and I spoke on this a little bit, around literacy. It's called United We Read. And so that was a big project that we do in April. And so we just wrapping that up and, getting everything the T's crossed and the I's dotted on that. And then the next thing we've got coming up on that side is in July, we do our Stuff the Bus Back to School project, which we work with here in Robertson County. So we have dates for that, and I will talk about that more as we get closer. I know everybody's thinking about getting out of school right now, but here's the thing. We got to turn it around pretty quick. There's only 8 weeks in the summer. And so it's not like, so we'll have to, I'm not going to talk about back to school stuff for next year yet for myself, my own sanity, but that'll be our next project on that side. But from the fundraising side right now, we're working with our companies to strategize for their fall campaigns in a lot of regards so that we can raise the most money possible for our partner agency. So that's where we're at right now. And then just looking at our other projects throughout the year, it's just kind of a planning period once we get through that spring project. And then we also just got done with United We Dine, which was last Friday. And want to thank all of our partners there. One locally, BS Brew Works. I went and had lunch over there that day and just thank them. They're always involved in their community and just appreciate everything they did. And we had a lot of restaurants throughout the United Way footprint that got involved and donated a portion of their proceeds that day to the United Way. And that again goes right to our general fund, which then we can use to allocate to our partner agency. So good stuff there. We'll probably try to expand that a little bit. That was year one. Clarksville done it forever, but that was year one for us throughout our footprint. So we'll try to expand that a little bit next year.
Very good.
Yeah.
So many things going on with United Way, but you're right. It's this we're kind of at that place where, okay, we got to finish up this stuff and we're, wrapping up this part of the year and then we jump into summer and then we've got summer vacations and things like that. So it's going to be kind of a weird little time for us. We're going to be talking a lot about community events like Ace came in and talked about and all the things going on because things, everybody that's involved with the community has a presence at all these events.
Right.
I mean, you see the people out and about. It gives you a chance just to say hello and those kinds of things. And I know you've probably got family trips planned.
We've got all that good stuff and try to work that in there. My daughter she's going to IA next year. She's going into middle school. And so she made cheerleading team. And so that rocked our summer plans just a little bit because I just got all of her schedule for the summer and it's the next season of our life with that, a little different. Yeah. So we had to rearrange some stuff, but we were excited about that. But yeah, It seems like summers, I guess when you were younger, it seemed like summers were longer, which they were a month longer because we didn't go back to like Labor Day. So you had that August. Now with the way the school schedule is, which we like the breaks during the year, I think it helps the kids. And it's great for I know you guys probably need it too, just from a mental burnout standpoint. Yeah. But it does shorten your summers up a little bit. And so as you're trying to plan activities, or if you're a nonprofit and you're trying to plan things, it's a little more difficult because the time is tight. The time is tight. So I do have one thing. I don't want to forget this because they came by. It's one of our partners, Goodwill Career Solutions, which helps people find jobs. It's located here in Springfield. They have a community resource fair coming up on Thursday, May 9th from 10 to 1. You can share your program services with the community. It will be held out in the front of Goodwill Career Solutions, which is at 2008 Memorial Boulevard. It's right next to Papa John's there in the shopping center, right. where Goodwill's located. And it's an opportunity for you to come out. If you've got career opportunities for people and connect, it's just a great place to be. So Thursday, May 9th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., you can contact Kelly Proudfoot with Goodwill Career Solutions. Her number is 615-346-1810, 615-346-1810, and she can get you set up if you're interested in doing that. So
very cool.
Yeah, good opportunity. They're a good partner of ours. We've had several people come through that are just kind of looking for that second chance in life. They may have they may have just gotten out of jail in some cases, or they hadn't worked in a while for parental situations or whatever, where they were ready to go back in the workforce. And I've plugged them in with Goodwill Career Solutions and got them plugged in for job opportunities and can help change people's lives. So that's a great program that they have. I don't think a lot of people are aware that Goodwill is a part of that also, in addition to the store that they have, but this job portion of their work. And it's really cool. So she's been a go-to, and I contact her. She can get them plugged in real quick and get them working. It might not be in some cases like the dream job that someone's looking for, but it's that first step back into the job force.
It's a start.
Yeah, and to get people working again.
Well, and I had a student last year that coming out of high school, they just needed some, that really helped them just kind of launch, and it's launched while they're in school because they're doing some studying and things like that, and it turned out to be a really good option for them, and I was really surprised, but they're doing really great with it, and it's been just a really good path for them. So I think people forget those job options. There's actually a career fair for the seniors today through the chamber, and just all these things in the community that are going on that the kids are just not really sure what to do, but it's like we have to go. It's okay, right here. Look at this.
And I think sometimes what we've gotten bogged down with is like, well, I should be doing this. When you forget, and I think all of us who's been through the job cycle throughout our life, there's first steps in all of this. Like, I bagged groceries at Kroger's and Piggly Wiggly. I worked at Better Block loading blocks one summer. I worked at Holly Carburetor as a temp job because it paid good, and worked and did all those type of jobs. But what those jobs do is it shows you maybe some things you want to do, maybe some things you don't want to do, but there are skills that you can learn from all those jobs too that you're going to take it. Like the Kroger bagging job I always talk about. It was front facing. I was dealing with customers all day long. What do I do for a living now? I deal with donors. It's a different level of front facing, but it's also customer service at the root of it, and seeing people that had a problem, they weren't happy about something, and how can I help make it so when they leave that store, they are happy about it. You know what I mean? It's a basic principle, and we lose that. So there's experiences you can take from every job. And sometimes, and I'm not going to name names, I had a couple of bad jobs, really bad jobs, right? Treated poorly.
I have too.
Treated very poorly on the job. Bad management, bad everything. But you know what that job did for me is when I get in a good position like the United Way, where I'm treated very well and I work very well with my manager, I'm appreciative because I know what a bad job looks like. This is not one of them. This is a really good job. They take care of you here. So that's a good thing too. I refer back to some of the experience. Sometimes I'm having a bad day. It's like, I might be having a bad day, but this is not a bad job. This is a good job, you know what I mean? Because I know what a bad job looks like.
Well, and when you have to work for somebody that's difficult, most of us at some point are going to have to be in some kind of a supervisory I mean, as you grow through, you're going to have people that you're going to have to guide. It helps you to be a better leader, too.
Right.
And when you've had to work for difficult leaders, just work through it and learn from it. And I love that you make that point. And that's the thing I tell the kids. I'm like, man, I don't like people talking to our young people about, oh, it's just such a terrible economy. It's this, it's that. It's the sky is falling. I told the kids the other day, I said, sky's not falling. Sky's the limit for you guys.
That's right.
I mean,
don't let people ever tell you that. Ever tell you that.
I said, you guys are living in such a cool time.
Yeah.
There's stuff. But
there's always stuff. Come on, man.
Stuff. You guys have got with the technology and the innovation that's being made. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Right.
It's so good. But just learn to be responsible for what you do. That's why I, do what I do with audio video. But, there's just, we got to stay positive. And this is kind of like my little segue in tomorrow. Chris from Stay Positive News is going to come in here. He's actually concentrates on sports, but we can't get him except on Friday. And I know that's Faith Friday, but he's a person of faith too. So he's going to come in and we're just going to talk about everything. But I don't know if you know what Stay Positive News is.
I've heard you mention it. Yeah. And I love the concept of this.
It's wonderful. Yeah. And they come in on second Wednesday and we talk about all the things with that. Rachel comes in and she's one of the partners on it, Jamie Nixon. And I always, the other guy, he's on the board with me and I'm blanking on his name.
I do it all the time. Do not feel bad about it. Yeah.
But anyway, but nonetheless, it's just a great group. And, but he's coming in tomorrow and we just love all these positive things and all these positive influences. And I love all the stuff that you share with United Way. Good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I would, young people, if you think like the world is as bad as it's ever been right now, because, it always seems like that way when you're young, I promise you there's been way more difficult times in our recent history that you could have grown up in. And so there are so many opportunities right there, but just go grab them. And I also encourage them to not be afraid to take chances, especially when you're young. Like that's the best time to do that. The worst thing that could happen is you could fail miserably at that one particular thing, but you're going to learn a lot from it.
Yes,
I promise you're going to learn a lot from it. You're going to learn a lot what not to do at the next thing. And that's okay. We've all done it. I failed miserably at so many things, not even funny, right? But it helps build that so that like when the right thing comes along, you recognize it a little more and you go, my skill set's not really built for that, but it's maybe built for this. And so don't be afraid to take those chances. But no, like you said, it's limitless right now with the technology and things that you can do. Like there's so many, you can work at a place across the country that's based in California and work right here yeah, because they need some skill set you have that you can do that remotely or whatever. So there's so many opportunities out there. Take advantage of it.
Cool stuff. And it's exciting as we're coming up here on the end of the school year and kind of thinking about summer and all the things ahead. If you've got any questions for United Way, you can just go and talk to them anytime. Let's come back and we'll kind of wrap it up, but let me do a break here.
Go ahead.
We need to talk about Barry and Rebecca Richards. And as we were sitting there talking about how that you learn all these different skill sets and bring them to the table, it just reminded me of the fact that you've got the diversity that Barry and Rebecca bring to the table to give you a unique perspective in the real estate market. Because Barry, with his marketing background, and I talk about it all the time, he was a vice president of a media marketing company for 17 years up in Nashville. And Rebecca, one of the first in the area to be a seniors real estate specialist, she worked in the medical field. She was in radiology before she came to this. So they bring all these unique talents and skills and experiences to the real estate community. So if you come to them and you're like, maybe you're a medical professional and you need something specific and you need specific officers. Rebecca worked in the medical field, so she's going to know a little bit more about that. Barry's going to be able to help you market your property to make sure it's getting the best view possible when people go to look at it. They may only look at it one time. So you want to make sure the photography, the videography, drone footage, all of that is there to give it the best light. And he's an expert at all those things. They have their brokerage office right here in the downtown square. Barry is the broker now here in Springfield. Rebecca, an agent up in White House. They've combined those two offices to bring you a new branch in the exit tree. Exit Prime Realty. They are a great company to work with. They specialize in Robertson County properties because they've been up in Cross Plains for nearly 30 years. And yes, they're one of the sponsors of the Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival coming up next month. But they also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky. They're from Kentucky, so they specialize in Kentucky too. But you can find them, just Google them, Barry and Rebecca Richards, Exit Prime Realty, or you can call Rebecca, 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425. Always let them know U-Turn sent you. Parting thoughts, my friend. What you got?
We are looking for someone for the community impact side, and we'll be interviewing for that. So if you do know of candidate or yourself that would be interested in that position, serving your community, we'd like to get as wide a pool as we can. So you can contact me directly, 615-780-2401, 615-780-2401. Be glad to speak with you about the position. Be serving right here in this community, as well as maybe a couple of our other counties in the footprint. But it's a great opportunity, and I'll tell you, I just celebrated my 5 years with the United Way. It's one of the best organizations I've ever worked with. The leadership is as good as you'll find anywhere, and they actually care about you as a person and realize you have a life outside of your job that's very important to you. And that's, at this stage of my life, is a big deal to me, to be able to go to all my family stuff and have a job that's pretty flexible in that. So it's a great place to work if you're interested in serving your community.
Very good. Yep. Brian Pulley, and will you be here next week?
I should be, yes, yes.
Very good, and thank you guys for joining us. And again, join us tomorrow to talk with Chris from Stay Positive News. It's going to be a fun conversation to have, and we're going to talk some faith stuff as well. We kind of messaged him on that, and just stay with us. Oh, and Trent Cobb's going to be in here on Monday to update us on all things at the fairgrounds. We've been needing that update, so looking forward to all the things we have going on. You have a wonderful day. This is 1100 WSGI. God bless. Have a fabulous day.